Hello ladies and gents, the Batman. I'm looking forward to it. I know many people aren't. There's lots of rumours and rumblings about it. I think this will probably kickstart a whole bunch more as well, unfortunately. And it's all to do with Colin Farrell's The Penguin. So we're going to dive into this today. First and foremost, just before I do, I am selling my Blu-ray for Breaking Lights. This is my Lovecraftian psychological horror film. You can find it linked in the description box. We're in single digits of stock left now. So please do grab it whilst you can. Don't sleep on it. Support me, support original film. You'll find an hour-long making of documentary on that Blu-ray, along with the film itself and a bunch of stills behind the scenes. So please do check it out. But let's dive into this. So, the Batman's been mired in, rumours and rumblings from start to finish. There's been so much said about this film. It's quite insane. It's been interesting to watch all the rumours come out from, basically Matt Reeves having massive issues with Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson apparently sleeping with Zoe Kravitz on the Batmobile. Zoe Kravitz now apparently being pregnant. I mean, you'd be mistaken, for thinking it's an episode of EastEnders at this point. It's absolutely bonkers. Now, this is news direct from Colin Farrell's The Penguin himself, right? He has come out and said that he's in very few scenes for the film. In fact, he even indicates the amount of runtime. So he's in about 5 or 6 scenes. And the total that he believes he's in the film anyway is about 9 minutes. So this came to us on the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast. So please do check out this clip now.
And then obviously Robert got sick and that was like, fucking Batman has COVID.
Exactly.
Batman has COVID. It's just like, fucking hell. And so, but we finished it after, I think they were probably from first turnover to last cut was probably 12 or 14 months to shoot. Wow. And he's cutting it together now. I haven't heard sight nor sound of him. I don't know what he's up to, but I know he's deep into it. And I'm only in it for 5 or 6 scenes, so I can't wait to see the film because it won't be ruined by my presence.
I guarantee
totally. Like, really, it's a freebie for me. I'll get a little bit uncomfortable for the fucking 9 minutes I have, and then the rest of it, I cannot wait to see how he brought this world to life, because the sets were extraordinary, the production design extraordinary, and his use of music and sound will be extraordinary. And as you said, the cast from all of them, Robert to Zoe to extraordinary cast.
So as you can see there, he's joking, laughing, he's joking about with it. And I've got the the sort of transcription here where he says, obviously Robert got sick, and that was like, effing Batman has COVID. Batman has COVID, effing hell. We finished it from first turnover to last cut in 12 or 14 months, which is actually long. Like, that's quite long for a film, but of course they did have shutdowns and stuff like that. And then he goes on and says, Matt Reeves is cutting it together now. I haven't heard sight or sound of him. I don't know what he's up to, but he's deep into it. Now, just to clarify all these bits and pieces of wordings, because before the rumour mill goes mental about these things, as they undoubtedly will do, it's not unusual for a director just to not talk to actors. Actors are pretty low rung when it comes to the editing process. They don't see anything until it's done. They just don't. They're not part of it. Unless they're like executive producers, and they have a say, they've got money in it. They don't. They are not part of it. So it's not unusual, before anyone says a rumour about this, not unusual for an actor, especially one in so few scenes, to not hear from the director for a long time. Now he does continue further and says, I'm only in for 5 or 6 scenes, so I can't wait to see the film because it won't be ruined by my presence. Joking, you've heard you've heard it, he is joking. I'll get a little uncomfortable for the 9 minutes I have, but the rest of it, I cannot wait to see how Matt brought this world to life. And he really sells it, like in terms of the set pieces and things like that. And we know where they were filming; they were fantastic. The sets were incredible. The way this film looks is incredible, just down to the prosthetics on Colin Farrell. That's incredible. The prosthetic work that Colin Farrell has had done here is utterly mind-boggling. People saw him and was like, sorry, is that Colin Farrell? Like, is this Colin Farrell? Really? Like, he's near unrecognisable. So they've done a stellar job on that. But let's dissect this news. You know, him being in it for so few minutes. Is this good? Is this bad? It's absolutely fine. It's nothing to be concerned about. It's nothing to worry about. It's nothing to, you know, in fact, it's even better that he's in it for so few. Why? Because Matt Reeves had come out and said that this was going to be serving as an introduction to the Penguin. You know, they want to make more of these films. They want to make a lot more. And in this world that they've established here, in this world that they've created, what they're doing here is going, right, we've got these great actors, and this is where you know that they personally are invested in it, like Warner Brothers. Hope so anyway, right? DC, Matt Reeves, whatever. Because they're not getting no-name actors to play these parts for characters that are only going to be in it for apparently 6 scenes. They're getting relatively big actors. Colin Farrell is a relatively big actor. It's not sort of... Yeah, I'd say he's a relatively big actor. They're getting really big, you know, again, not really big, but relatively big actors to play these parts. And that says to me they have a lot of confidence in this. I would take that as a massive, massive confidence booster. Now, he did also go on to say that the likelihood is that would... Well, he didn't go on to say, but the impression is, anyway, that Penguin would be large, or larger in a sequel, should we say. And then offering, you know, the Riddler up as the main focus here is good. It actually shows that this movie, although chock-a-block with characters, and this was one of my main concerns about this film at the start, hearing it and hearing all the cast and who they're playing, and I was like, God damn, there's a lot of people there. You know, you're going to run the risk of not being able to manage all these characters and not give them enough, you know, airtime. But it shows that they're like, nope, the Riddler is the focus. We have these characters on the peripherals that inevitably will interact, knock the microphone there, will interact with these other characters, but they're not the focus, they're not the narrative focus. And I like that. I think that works out really, really well. So I thought I'd do this update again because there will be undoubtedly a whole bunch of rumour mill videos on the back end of this, but I think this is positive. I really do. I'm happy to take a positive sort of slant on this. So please do let me know what you guys think on this down below in the comment section. I cannot wait to see that Batmobile in action. That is the thing that I'm waiting for the most. I actually have a car channel, believe it or not, which is linked in the description box. Check it out. I love my cars, more so than what most people would have ever assumed of me. I really love cars. I'm rebuilding a rally car at the moment. So watching that Batmobile go down, yes. All the yes. I cannot wait. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, you clearly enjoyed the video because you stayed this long. Hit subscribe and hit that like button on your way out. Thank you so much. Don't forget the Blu-rays. Cheers. Take care.